Hello, should have brought my megaphone. Hello and welcome back to the Coastal Kitchen. Today we're going to be making an incredible yet really easy bacon cheeseburger. Now, burger fillings are all very independent, so feel free to put whatever you fancy in your burger. But just to run through the basics, we have 170 grams of steak mince, a nice brioche bun, because brioche, in my opinion, is the best bun you can use for a burger. There's that bastard wasp again. We have a red onion, some cheddar cheese, some gherkins, ketchup and mustard, butter, salt, pepper, and we have smoked paprika, onion granules and garlic powder. Get out of it, you striking little bastard. We're going to take our steak mince in a bowl. Now get this out of the fridge, out of the cool bag, nice and early on, so give it a chance to warm up to room temperature. It just makes it so much easier to work with. And all we're going to do is put a wasp in there, and all we're going to do is going to go in with some salt, then we're going to go in with some black pepper to taste, of course. We're going to keep this nice and simple. We don't need eggs, we don't need breadcrumbs or anything like that. We're just going to go in with some basic seasoning. Half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Half a teaspoon of onion granules. Again, half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Nice, and then we're going to get our pan on the heat, because it will take about 3 years to heat up, as usual. And then, well, just got to get hands on. So we're just literally going to fold it over itself, mix all the seasoning and the spices together, and then we are just going to form it into a ball, a nice meaty ball. And this also where it helps having it not cold. And we're basically going to, I don't know how to describe this, we're going to throw it into one hand, squeeze it, into the next, squeeze it again. So you're really combining the meat together. Oh, and throwing it everywhere. Once you have a nice smooth ball, so it's not looking like all the individual strains of mince, it's all nice and smooth, like probably, I'm hoping, what you can see on this camera now. Anyway, so we're going to squash the ball down into a patty shape, keeping it as even in thickness as possible. Don't go too thick, not too thin, that sounds really silly. You want it about the width of your finger. I'm going to just give it another season with salt and coat our pan with some olive oil, and we are going to yes, go in with our burger. Make sure you done so well. I've not burnt myself for like several hours now. Keep pushing down on the back of the burger, because like I said, it shrinks up, so you want to keep that nice round shape. But while it's nice and exposed and vulnerable, we're going to season the other side. Salt and pepper. We're going to add a nice cube of butter in there. Let that melt through. We're going to cook the burger for about 3.5 minutes to 4 minutes per side. In with a nice few slices of bacon. Nice. Nice. We want to try and minimise the amount of times we're flipping the burger. Some gherkins sliced. Rings of red onion going. Oh, well, yes, that's the noise we want to hear. Flip our burger over. Look at that. And because I'm an idiot and I didn't bring a spoon, you're going to baste the other side of the burger with the juices and the butter that are already in the pan. Quickly slice some rings of red onion. Got our cheddar on the top of the burger. Fucker. Flip the bacon over. Nice. So just quickly before we melt our cheese, we are going to stick our brioche buns in, mopping up some nice juicy goodness. Because if you do not toast your bun when you make a burger, then Uncle Harry just can't forgive you. No matter how much you apologise, no matter how much you tell me, oh, I don't like it soggy, but this is what stops it going soggy. You just need to make sure it's hot enough and it cooks long enough, and it goes a delicious golden brown, and it's all so good. Anyway, windshield break. Wonderful. So back from a windshield break, so by now our brioche buns in theory are nice and crispy, golden and toasted. Especially when you're going down the route of using like real cheese like cheddar. Nice little tip: stick a saucepan lid over the top and let the steam melt it. If that doesn't work, chuck a little bit of water in the pan, then stick the lid over, and that again, that heat just surrounds it in like a nice warmth. So we'll let that happen because I haven't got any water down here. We can get the base of our burger ready to go. Melt! And just make sure you really keep an eye on how long you're cooking the burger for, because any more than that, sort of 8 minutes in total, that's when it starts to turn into a bit of an old trainer. So yeah, just keep an eye on that. The bacon is obviously down to your liking, and go mad. This is just what I had to bring with me, but if you want to add lettuce, tomato, other classic bacon, other classic burger fillings, then be my guest. But not today, we're keeping it really nice and simple. Come on. So yeah, as usual, we've got a race against the tide, but no worries, because oh that smell. Our burger is done, so let's get that out and resting. Don't put it on paper towel or anything, because you'll end up with 4 tons of paper towel stuck with it, and also it sucks all the juicy goodness out of it. If you let it rest for 5 minutes just like that, the juices come out and then it sucks them back up, and that's what gives you that delicious juicy burger. So we're going to let our bacon finish off. Right, time to build. So we're going to go toasted brioche bottom, followed by cheesy burger, followed by our bacon, American style mustard, ketchup, gherkins, fresh red onion, and then crown the king.